You did. You're still muted, Stephen. Nobody's hearing you. We can't read your lips.
Just testing you, making sure you're on it. You are.
Attention check. Yeah.
All right, so share my screen. So we had a few people take this. So thank you for whoever had time to do this last minute little beta test for us. But we can kind of go through really quickly, and I can show you what I've changed and kind of what's going on in the background, whatever's most helpful. And then I have some notes here that I'd like to go through. These are some things I think it still needs a little bit of polishing, but I've done some testing. It looks like the data for everyone else who did it came back okay. So with that, I'll kind of go through this here. So our consent and demographics have not changed. We kick anyone who's less than 30 years old at this stage right here. So just a real in and out thing. I doubt that'll be a problem going through cloud research, but it's there. We have, like we said, just this little prompt. It's not thank you anymore. This is whatever. I wasn't sure if we needed to. Let me stop. Should I go through the whole thing and just kind of show you guys what's going on first, or would it be better to stop one piece at a time
I
here?
think we
What
can
does everyone like?
stop one piece at a time.
Okay. Okay, so here, the way this works in the order is that they will see the consent. If they get past the consent, they will see this screen. It's just a static screen saying, now you'll hear some songs. We'll ask you some questions. Is it necessary to give them any more information? You will hear 3 songs, indicating the importance of listening to the whole 30-second clip.
I'd say no on the first one. It does, did we give them a, I think this, I'm wondering if in cloud research it'll say about how long it'll take so that we don't have to reiterate that. So I don't think we need to tell them that. I will say if we did do the no treatment control, the title won't make sense for them if they're in the no treatment control. And would we want to change the instructions to say you may hear some TV theme songs, or is that just too weird? And uh I hate to have it be different for the control group, but
Yeah, I apologize. I'm remembering now that we talked about 3 groups and I only did 2. That's an easy one to add. Unfamiliar, familiar, and a no treatment control. The no treatment's not a problem.
um if we wanted to make it all encompassing, I would have to say something like some of you will hear TV theme songs, others may not. Everyone will answer some survey questions or something to that effect.
We can also put this at the other side of the randomization, at the group assignment. So if either the familiar or unfamiliar group are chosen, then they could see this instructions. Now you'll hear songs. And if the no treatment control person, we could just go straight into the metrics, right?
Do people think it's
Yeah.
important to have one set for everybody? Are we getting in trouble if we have a different set for
No,
the
I've seen some studies where the control group had like no manipulation, had a different set of instructions.
Okay.
I think otherwise we'd be giving insight into what our study design is as well, if we tell them
That's true.
potential things they might hear.
Okay.
Yeah, so I then would leave it, take out the question and leave it just like that. Any other input? Because we have them locked out of going forward after 30 seconds, right? So we don't have to ask them
Mhm.
to comply.
For the most part, I didn't want to spend, 3 days on the design, but if they really wanted to, they could skip kind of to the
Mhm.
end. Otherwise, it does lock them out until they actually hit the end of the 30 seconds. But if they wanted to skip through the whole middle part, that's a way around it.
Okay, I'm fine with letting that happen as it does.
Yeah. I'm trying to add another block. We'll need a block for the no treatment control. Block. Why not? I am off today. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. Having trouble remembering how to block. Your faces are in the way. Can I just copy it? Okay. All right, so I could do this later, putting the instructions down here. But basically, this block is locked to the unfamiliar group. This one's locked to the nostalgic group, and this will be locked to the no treatment control group. Whatever we decide needs to be put there for theirs, because they're going to skip all three of the song listening steps and answering questions. So their survey is going to be considerably shorter, right?
Yeah, and
Oh.
we decided to just have them fill out the emotion stuff once because it would be doing this having them do it 3 times in a row wouldn't make any sense. So,
Right.
and we could just say something generic like we're now going to ask you some questions about your feelings and experiences. We won't obviously say how did the song make you feel, but how are you feeling right now, I guess would be a rough equivalent. Maybe what's a good preliminary sentence? I was saying something like, you know, please answer the following questions about your current mood. How are you feeling right now? I sense that we're going to get some snarky responses in the open boxes from the no treatment control. I'm so
Yeah,
happy and yet bittersweet.
yeah, and that's another thing. Our short response questions aren't gonna make any sense to the no treatment control. Are you thinking about any memories?
Yeah.
Um, how has taken this extremely short survey make you feel?
Irritated and psychologists are creepy. Yeah, would we be in trouble if we didn't ask them those questions since they did not have an experience to talk about? I am not actually, I don't have a plan to fully analyze the fill in the blank answers. I really anticipated more just using some examples from them. What does anyone think? Do we ask them how they're feeling or just skip it because it would be a strange thing for them to do and we don't have a hypothesis about it?
I would skip it if we don't have it in our analysis plan.
Could we could just leave this last one here. Tell us anything about your experience.
Should we change that to, is there anything you'd like to tell us? Anything more you'd like to tell us? Or do we phrase it that way because we're specifically asking them, like, tell us now?
I think this is an artifact from other studies. I think originally it was like, do you have any feedback on the survey?
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know, I kind of prefer the second, and just let it there. Sometimes an additional space like that is just if there's something on their mind they just want to say.
So we're good with getting rid of these top two here.
For the no treatment control.
We want to keep these for the other groups though, is that correct?
I would, yeah, I can see just doing a summary of, you know, we could even count how many people volunteered memories or what have you, but like I said, I don't think we have I wasn't planning on testing a hypothesis or pitting them against each other or anything. If anyone else was, please speak now or forever hold your peace. We do have to remember that if we eliminate all the open-ended ones for the no treatment control, then they won't have that last question because it would be weird to ask them this. Is there anything more you want to tell us when they haven't told us anything at all? So I guess we're eliminating all of them for the no treatment control.
I'll have to figure that out in the survey flow. I could probably do an if this group or if the embedded data, I'll figure it out later. All that it's simple, but it gets complicated to think about sometimes. So. All right, so the next thing that I had, all this. I will follow up and bring instructions down just to the two treatment groups. When we get to the song.
Oh, I'm sorry, Stephen. I just wanted to mention we had decided we
No
were going to
problem.
run the first two conditions first, then take a pause. And so you don't have to do the no treatment control stuff like
Thank you. Okay.
right away.
Got it. Got it.
Just thinking of money. That's not my favorite way to run a study, but you know.
Yeah, we did talk about that. I've had a very busy week. Okay. Awesome. Okay, so basically what is happening if we ignore the no treatment control now? Participants are getting placed into either this one or this one. And the code in these pages basically takes either the list of familiar songs or the list of unfamiliar songs, scrambles them up, and then just takes the top 3 of that list and then gives it to them. For my testing, it seems like it's pretty well randomized. ChatGPT gave me some like officially named Bartlett Fink randomization strategy or something. So I don't know. It sounds good to me. It seems to be working. We can do a little bit more beta testing, but that's what these are doing. So they will see this for like, it's like 100 milliseconds and then I'll move to the next. Just to give you guys a look behind the curtain. They will get the theme song 1 after this. Oh, and I will change this to have a little page break here, and then I'll say the instructions. Now you'll hear some songs.
So, can you clarify about, we're trying to give them 3 of the 6 songs. So,
Mhm.
is that what we're doing?
Yeah, so just to let you see the songs here. So we talked about adding cop rock in because it had uh, what's his name, Newman,
Randy Newman? Mhm.
Randy Newman, and I replaced the Greg the Bunny because listening back to them, it seemed like Greg the Bunny stood out, like it didn't have the same kind of feel. Um, so I don't know. I could go back and replace it very easily with one of these. But I thought that this was a nice list. Listening back through it, I kind of felt that underlying like unfamiliarity, but it sounds like the era. Anyone have any thoughts on that?
So Cop Rock is in there and there are 6.
Yes. Steve's here.
Stephen, can you read what the songs are? I can't read it.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. I can
Oh,
make it bigger. There we go. How's that?
oh, that's better. Thank you.
Cop Rock, Gung Ho, Jennifer Slept Here, Manimal, Minder, and Neighbors. And if they don't sound familiar, then awesome. It's doing what it should be.
I'm gonna tell Lee we have to watch Cop Rock during dinner tonight. That looks good, and you guys picked those out, so yep. Just want to make sure they were getting a randomization of the 6, so every person should get a random 3.
And in my testing, I was able to hear all of them. So the links all seem to be working, but this is something that's better tested as a group. So looking at the nostalgic songs, we have Cheers, Fresh Prince, Friends, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Is that spelled right?
Californians, is that how
Fresh.
you spell Bel Air? Is there an E in there?
No.
You're
No.
good.
That's good.
Good.
All right.
I was trying to make it French or something.
Just checking. Mr. Rogers, it's the apostrophe at the end, right? These are silly little things,
Yeah.
but so yeah, we've got all 6 of those. Oh, it's the Fisher-Yates shuffle method. Very fancy. Yes,
That made Fisher and Yates's career, I'm sure.
yeah.
Have you tried my shuffling?
So yep, so that is good. Save
Oh,
that.
Andrew says Bell-Air with a hyphen.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
thank
just
you.
about to say on there, there's a hyphen in between apparently, but only in the TV show, not in the neighborhood.
That's right.
Yeah,
Here.
perfect. Okay, cool. So at this stage, and I'll kind of show you if we walk through it, if you want me to. We don't have to do this part, but the console will show up with the 3. So it actually does log it correctly away in our little embedded data. So we'll have a field, like a column, just like this in our data. Oh gosh, your faces getting in the way. Okay, so here's the next question I had. So right now, when it comes to song, it says song 1 of 3. First of all, should we be saying how many songs they're going to be? Should we not? We have been for all the other tests. And secondly, do we want to say the name of the show? Because up until this point, they have not seen any titles. They may not even have any frame of reference for like Manimal. Like that might just be confusing. But like Andrea
I
said,
like
maybe
it
that's
just exactly like it is. It's just, to me, it makes it more somehow understandable, this kind of artificial experience they're having. That there's going to be 3 songs, and it is what you are hearing is a theme song from a show. So
Okay, perfect.
Like a
So
mental name that tune.
yeah. So that we name it again right before they put in their answers here. Be sure to click each button to lock the answer. That wasn't a
how does
problem last time.
Manimal make you feel, Angel?
Just
Did
the
it make you feel
title alone.
It starts off with this great like tiger growl sound. I love it. It makes me smile every time. and our familiarity scale here. This goes away too, by the way. I've double checked that. It just it
Okay.
aligns it to the right. So, oh, and the scale up here, since we asked, did the theme song make you feel ... is not at all to very much, and for familiarity, it's not at all familiar to very familiar.
Great.
Okay. Carbon copy for song 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
They all work.
But it resamples so that the three are unique, I imagine.
The 3 are unique, yes, and because it pulls from the top 3 of the list, we don't have to worry about it possibly like choosing 2 or something. In the background, for whatever reason, it does randomize and choose twice. I don't know why, but it doesn't seem to cause any problems. So then our block of DVs here is also randomized, but we're showing every participant all 3.
Right. Just for everyone's information, we picked out the what's it called? Subjective well-being measure and put it in here because they've heard all the songs, they're ready for it, and it's very short. Also, just so you know, subjective well-being was made up of 2 scales. We put one of those scales here. The other one was the PANIS, which we've already asked them multiple times, so I'm not going to ask them again. We did modify the PANIS because we wanted to put in nostalgia specific emotions on there. So if you were ever involved in any of that, and if you have any feedback on that, they're just getting the unique subjective well-being items here. They've already responded with the emotions, and the PANIS is slightly modified.
I did have a question on how we wanted to word this. So it was worded, please answer the following questions based on the songs you heard here today. That seemed a little clunky to me, but
No,
I don't
no,
know,
we
maybe I'm
definitely want,
overthinking it.
I don't think you want to mention the songs or anything because yeah, we're not asking them. We just want to know. In the actual survey, there might be a tiny instruction. I don't know if anyone pulled those surveys, you might know, but yeah, we don't want to say anything about the song there.
Okay.
What I'm
that's
saying is
something
there's
we
probably
word.
standardized instructions or just minimal instructions. So the questions are, I feel connected with my past. I feel connected with who I was in the past. Oh, that's self-continuity. Okay. Yeah, because that's kind of, to me, it suggests our design, like, because you heard that song, you are now feeling self-continuity. We don't want to
Mhm.
like reveal that.
Okay. I can go back and change this later.
Andreas, are you feeling self-continuity right now?
Something like that, yeah. Feeling affirmed in my identity and my experiences by
I'd
thinking
like to
about
do a
pop
study
rock.
with all psychologists, like, just ask them straight up. Perry, are you feeling social connectedness?
Moderately.
Oh, someone would be nice to Perry so he feels
Like-
more social connected.
Like, Angel, are you feeling your need for relatedness be satisfied right now?
All I can
feel
think of
like-
is the need for speed from the movie.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be happier if I were listening to the theme from Manimal right now.
I could
I'll
make
play it
that
a few times
happen.
after.
Just saying. Yep, so then we have social connectedness. Feel connected to loved ones. I feel protected. I feel loved. I feel I can trust others.
Jesse, will
I
you
love
now
these
sing a
scales.
song about I Feel Loved?
Are you feeling more like Whitney Houston or
Just feel that.
She takes requests.
Oh yeah. So here's Jesse put a blurb, a standard blurb. Please indicate how much you agree with the following statements.
Yeah, I just kind of like Googled instructions for like self-continuity scale and something like that came up. They had it, please agree with the following statements regarding your past self and current self. But I figured if we wanted to use this, just the standard one for maybe all the DVs, that could maybe go along the way. But are we doing it? I agree to disagree, or I forget, what's the scale itself?
This one says strongly disagree to strongly
Oh.
agree.
And then it might work.
Yeah, that would be really weird if we put the songs on there. Based on your listening to The Fresh Prince, do you love your family?
After moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air, how do you feel?
That needs a thick qualitative response.
Y'all, today I heard Getting Jiggy with It in the car, and I love when he says, I'm moving on up like George and Wheezy.
That song, love that jam. It's on my playlist. I love it.
It's timeless. That's
Yeah,
my feeling.
I think Aaron pointed this out. Would it be best to put, please indicate how much you agree or disagree?
Sure.
Just so we're not biasing them. at any
Okay,
direction.
so this is a very wonky answer, but the scale is about agreement, and so agree and disagree are two ends of agreement. So it only needs one of them. That's my view. Someone
Okay.
have any
I
passionate
because
disagreements with that?
I took it earlier, and the default is already at strongly disagree, so you're
I'll
not
give you time.
from 0, you're moving it from strongly disagree.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's not necessarily clear that you should think about whether you disagree with it or just agree with it. I think most of these scales like this are you moving it one way or the other? Are you not moving it? But the way this is set up, you're defaulting at strongly disagree. So I
Yeah,
don't.
that is a weird thing about digital stuff. You know, if you were just filling this in with a pencil, there would be no indication, but it starts at one end here, which I don't love.
Yeah, and you have to slide it over.
We could try. That's awkward, but maybe
I just think
there's.
there's a possibility for confusion that if you move it to the middle, you think you're agreeing instead of making it neutral because you're sliding it up.
I see. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, could we just take the numbers off? The number, like if you had a 0 in the center and went negative,
Hmm.
Are
that
you
would be.
using that to like classify the data later on the back
Yeah, I
end?
mean,
Doesn't
this
matter.
is how we talk about scales, right? Like a 1 to 7 Likert, but
Yeah, I think it has to stay that way. We don't want to switch around the scales, like especially item by item. Then we would have to explain that in the manuscript. I do not wish to explain that.
Can you label the middle column as neutral?
I thought so.
I feel like they should all be the same, and it's very standard to just go from agree to disagree or strongly agree. Other people?
Yeah, is there like, where's that like somewhat agree, kind of agree just like a little bit? Like, is it only either strongly disagree to strongly agree, or is there over each one? Could we?
I think this is technically the midpoint, neither agree nor
Well,
disagree.
if we have questions, I suppose we should go back to the original survey and find out what their endpoints were. Or what their labels were. Let me see. I'm going to put myself on mute and see if I can dig.
Sometimes you can test to see if maybe there's something wonky going on by reverse coding one of your questions. Making it like sound like it's more natural to answer in the negative instead of the positive. But these are established scales, so we'll, like what she said, we'll just want to know after whatever is prescribed.
Yeah, and sometimes when people publish their scales, they don't include that level of detail. Like they'll usually say what their endpoints were, but they may not say if they labeled everything or did, strongly disagree, moderately disagree, blah, blah, blah. One thing for us to keep in mind too, right, is it's good that we're going through this and making this decision very mindfully. Ultimately, it should be okay because what we're really doing is comparing how people in different groups respond the same way. So even if not saying that we shouldn't address any bias right now, but even if it seems like it's skewed towards disagreeing or skewed towards agreeing, we're really seeing if there's a significant difference between groups rather than the absolute value, if that makes sense.
I dropped it in the chat there. We got these measures probably from Wild Shoot and Setakides and all of those. But you can see in the text. Do you want me to share my screen and show it?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm gonna blow this up a little bit. So for instance, here that's how they report it. 1 equals strongly disagree, 6 equals strongly agree. It didn't, I don't see any like generic please complete these or whatever. But
So how do you guys feel about that? I mean, these even numbered Likert remove that midpoint. They kind of force you to lean in one direction or the other.
well, I usually default to doing what they did unless I want to make an argument about something. I also don't just generally like to make things complicated by having a 6 here and a 7 there, in the entire same survey, if it just all looks the same. You don't want to, like, I don't know. I just like to keep it simpler. They have been used in various publications as cited here, and they're reporting their alphas and they're with this that they're with that scale. So that's were we using 1 to 6? Strongly
It's one
disagree.
to it's 1 to 7 for basically everything right now.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, when we collected the data last time, did we do 1 to 7 then with these
We've
scales?
had 1 to 7, yeah.
Okay. That seems fine.
I know some researchers like doing 6 because then there's no true midpoint. And so people either have to be on one side or another, but
Yep.
Okay. So we think 7 is okay?
yes. In general, it's good to keep the scale consistent throughout the study. So especially when you have, and we've done this on other studies as well, if you're using different existing scales and they come with their own measurement, like they either do 1 to 7, 1 to 6, blah, blah, blah. It's usually best, unless there's a good reason, to make it all consistent so that you're not confusing participants. So that 6 doesn't suddenly go from one meaning to another between scales.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about a midpoint label? We haven't had it so far. Don't want to make it more
I'll stop
complicated, really,
answering. Everyone else can answer. I just, my default is do what they did.
So is everyone okay with that? That's how we've been running it already. I just, good task. All right. And then I'll need to come back and kind of tie this to, well, no, I don't need to because we're not doing the control on this. So this should be fine, right? Listening to these songs bring up any memories. Someone mentioned in their results that it was songs in the singular, so I made it plural. Thank you for whoever that was. I did that here as well. And where's that? Oh, this might be a question for Aaron or Perry. So we might have talked about this last time, but for some reason this was checked. Evenly present elements in the randomizer. It's checked here for the group assignment, but it's not checked for our DVs. And so basically I read about that basically the system tries to get it as close to 50% as possible. So it's less of a true randomization.
Yeah, and the DVs aren't randomized, everyone gets them?
Everyone gets them, but they are
Yeah,
randomized
order.
order.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
I usually go with the evenly present elements. It's kind of like on Spotify or Apple Music when you do like the shuffle option. It's not a true random shuffle. It actually, they've built in algorithms because people feel like if it goes to the next song in order, then it's not random. So it's kind of like you kind of engineer it to come as random as possible. That might be a poor analogy, but
I understand.
we're more interested about having equal number of or similar number of participants getting each version rather than just a true randomization.
Oh, I'm glad I looked at that. I don't know why we had 4 to 5. That's odd. So evenly present elements, the count is 1 to 1. No, it's 1 to 1 down here too. 0.
I'm having flashbacks to grad school where we actually stapled the papers in different orders.
Oh,
I
man.
want to keep sharing these stories with you.
My cursor turned into a little,
Do not.
like a caution thing. I don't know.
Just say no.
So that's good. We can look at the dry run data now. Move to the wording. Randomizer. Okay. So why don't we take a look at the data and we can just see if we have everything here that was either missing last time or that would be nice to have. So I could look at one of my responses. If you can just kind of look through, it's all there. But here at the end, it shows your audio 1. So this will be the first song they listen to. Second song, third song. This is just the URLs that's used in the coding. And then this was my condition. And because last time we were thinking like, well, maybe they did it really quickly. Qualtrics logs the start and end time and the duration. So we have that natively. But if we want to see how long they took on like a specific page or something, we can also put like a little question that's a timer down there. It's invisible to them, but it'll time how long they spend on the page. That may not be needed because we have 30 seconds locked for each song. It won't show the next button until the end of the song. But again, just trying to be thorough.
I would rather not, in that I do not want to analyze those data and explain them if they're weird.
All right.
Perry looks like he would like to
I like to
analyze
have
it.
it because it helps diagnose if the manipulation does not work.
Okay. Here, let's go back into that.
And it's not part of our data analysis plan. So if everything goes as expected, then we don't have to analyze them.
So would we be interested in putting it on these slider pages, since they should be like the majority of the time spent?
I typically only do it for the media pieces of a survey.
So how long they spent listening to the song?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. So, timer. That's on the same page. That should work. I can test that. See the timer. Oh, 3 timer. Perfect. Anywhere else that we may need to put it? We have total time, and then we have how much time they spent on the page with the song.
I think that's good.
All right. Just wanted to show you this. So both of mine were controls, but I noticed all 3 of the people who took this had the nostalgia condition. So we're trending towards that 50%, which is good. So nostalgia condition. There's all the songs. We know exactly where this person was. A little creepy.
Wow.
Yeah, anything else that we want to look at? Do we want to run through it real quick to kind of see?
The only question I have, and I know you kind of already touched on it, maybe just for me to kind of get my head around the rationale, is in the question with the songs, having the name of the song in that question. Is there any risk to like a priming effect there? If I'm the participant taking it and I see it's friends and I know the song, or a friend knows the song, or I've heard people talk about the song. I just wonder if that might confound our ability to say it's the music specifically that's causing the, like, maybe it's inflating or not. Or conversely, if I see the name and I have no idea what it is, I might be priming in the opposite direction to not have a response to it. I don't know. I just, when I went through it earlier, I saw the song name and I kind of looked there first and then I listened to the music. So I wonder if that order affects our result or not.
That's a good point. I mean, maybe splitting the middle, we could just remove the name from the actual like manipulation part.
Yeah, totally. Whatever you guys think. That's when I went through it. That was the one thing that stuck out, is that I'm looking at the title of the theme first and then listening to the song, which I just wonder if that might impact how I respond later. That's all.
I would still like to keep the name of the song. I just think it's disorienting if you don't even have the name. It feels to me like you're in your car, the name of the song comes up and you hear it and the name of the group, and it just seems like a minimal label. Um,
Any anyone want to just go through it real quick?
do you want
Um,
us
See
all
something that
to
sounds.
do it in the background, or what would you like?
Um, sure. You know, I think more data points would be good, just to see if it works for everyone. You don't have to go through and answer all, you know, how you would actually answer. Um, Pretty confident that that'll all log correctly. Really just looking to make sure, like, do the songs come up for you? And you know, you can, if you remember what songs, we can go back and look at the data and just double check. There's a way to like inspect your page and go to the console here, and it'll show you like where your songs are getting saved, if you care to do that.
Will you
Show
put
you.
the link in the chat for us so we can maybe mute ourselves and take a run through?
We'll do that. All right, I'll stop sharing and I'll do it myself. All right, is there anyone still taking the survey?
I am. I'm almost done though.
Okay, no problem. We're all just waiting on you, Angel. No pressure. Just kidding.
He's like editing and creating the perfect 3 sentences at the end. I just know Angel. She's drafting 18 different responses.
Okay, just for you haters, I rushed. But it is done. Done is good.
Were they, was everyone asking you to hurry up and feel your feels?
Yeah, I was clowning Angel. I was like, I know Angel. She's writing about a 15-paragraph essay here for this short answer.
I know
at the end.
myself. You are not wrong. That's how someone like me ends up in qualitative. It's all about the words.
So I saw some of your feedback. For whatever reason, I was not able to hear song 3. Did everyone get all 3 songs? Able to get to
I
the end?
did.
Yes.
I get some weird cache issue with my
Oh,
browser
I
and
was going to
everything.
tell you, Stephen, your notes and follow-ups showed.
Yeah, and that was intentional.
okay?
I went ahead
Okay.
and took them out. It's just it
Okay.
forces me to do the things that I said I was going to do. But I took them out, so we won't. If you retake it, you won't see it again.
Okay. Oh, Karen already got that. Just catching up to the chat.
Let's see, comma between theme song for the show and show name. Is that what you were pointing out too, Karen?
It said like, theme song for the show, comma, Manimal or whatever. That comma should just be dropped.
Yeah, mine was before the scale after each song.
That may be I'm gonna blame that on ChatGPT. Because no, I did not do all this coding myself. I'm taking out those commas.
Do we want to put the name of the show in a certain text? What is the appropriate font or whatever? Is it all caps or bold or italics or?
Right now, that's being pulled from. Well, I could change that. Yeah, we could do however we want.
Oh, if it's just being pulled from somewhere and you don't want to
No,
format.
I'm sorry. I thought about it again, and that's an easy change. Shouldn't be a problem.
What is the appropriate font for or style for a TV show? I mean, we don't have to make it APA style or something, but just what would people expect to see?
I think APA calls it italicized. I mean,
APA says that things like tables are supposed to be in Arial because it's the most legible. So, which is weird because then they tell you for your paper to be in Times New Roman, but you know, that's a different issue.
Is it just me or does anyone have expectations for seeing the title in a certain way, or is capitals of the first word fine?
I did a little Google and it says when citing or mentioning the name of television series, it should be italicized and written in title case.
I think it's okay as is if it would complicate the coding to change that.
I just don't know how I would do italics when it's using this like retrieval kind of thing.
No, that's
I mean,
fine.
I'm
We
sure
don't
there's a
wanna-
way to do it.
I don't
Yeah,
think
whatever.
it's a big deal to anyone besides us APA nerds.
For real.
Yeah, I really I didn't notice that. I just saw the name of the show and I knew what it was.
Can we have the word manimal with hair coming off the letters?
I want to hear Jesse do that cougar growl.
My husband is a graphic designer and a typographer. I could have him make a font if you want.
Ooh, Manimal font. I would love that.
Mhm.
I've heard people joke about Manimal over the years. I haven't watched it. I think Lee and I should watch it.
I'd love to hear your reviews.
I'm sure it's highly compelling.
It's a good Halloween theme. You know,
Yeah.
now would be the time. Oh, Karen, this is a by the way, but so sorry to hear about the guy from Kiss passing.
Oh, I didn't hear. I'm hearing
Yes,
now.
Ace Frehley.
Oh, I did hear. Sorry.
Yeah,
That must reflect my feelings about Ace Frehley. I
yeah,
just
I
think
thought
he's
of that
kind of
too.
a tragic guy. He was apparently like an amazing guitar player, but you know, substance abuse and
Yeah, that'll do it.
hmm But thank you.
I thought of you. Then I'm like, well, it's not Paul Stanley, so we won't have a wake.
I am wondering what Gene Simmons' funeral will look like.
Oh my gosh. He
Will
probably
they be
has it
flames?
planned.
Yeah, probably.
I'm going to try to troubleshoot this on my own. This may be because I've been doing this for so long and now it's being weird, but the code is the exact same between song 3 and 2. So I don't know what's happening, but I'll look at that myself. Because when I click on it, I can hear the music. But that's concerning. I did this 3 times and all 3 times my song 3 wasn't working. So Aaron, I had that originally, and when I looked it up, it came back as Mr. spelled out all like old timey. And so I was just trying to be a good boy.
But there's no D in Rogers.
Did I put Rodgers?
hmm
Okay, that is my fault.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you should spell out Mr. You're correct, but just take that D.
I will be a good boy and change
We
it.
might have gotten that back in a comment, and it's Mr.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rodgers.
yeah. No, gotta be.
But especially on the nostalgic ones, you don't want to rub anyone the wrong way. It's
Exactly.
identity,
We feel very
self-continuity.
strongly about Mr. Rogers.
That was one of the few on our list of 25 that really got me, because I did watch that a lot when I was a kid.
I'm impressed that you got the Bel Air hyphenation. That's the gold star.
That was
I don't know
that was
how
a
many
team
people
effort.
are going to twitch about that one, but but we are
Okay.
being thorough. One of your favorite things.
So, any other comments? Anything else to change? Who all got Manimal?
I did
And you had
not.
the Jennifer Sleeps Here, Karen. That was a really funny one too. That one always makes me chuckle. It's so creepy.
It's so of the era. I just saw
It's
the
like
most beautiful ghost in the world. Oh wow.
She slept here though. I don't get that part. That the show
It does make
must
me
make
want to look
sense
it
with the
up.
show.
We watch Mystery Science Theater a lot, which is you know, a lot of them are terrible shows, but they have quips. So
Slept here. Oh. I'm gonna look it up. I just had a question as the newbie lurking. Is every sound clip the first 30 seconds of the theme song?
Andrew says yes.
I think so.
They are, yeah.
It's like if you get Star Trek, it is mostly talking.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, huh.
How do we feel about that? I mean, that's very valid, and I had forgotten to bring that up.
I mean, it was the same thing with Mr. Rod. I mean, I think if that's what you've been
Yeah, it's
doing,
Mr. Rogers.
probably leave it. And if it's the first 30 seconds of everything, probably leave it. But I do think different sections would have more emotional response.
Yeah,
Like
it's
Roger's singing would be a stronger than just the instrumental that's in there. But I think if this is how you guys have been doing it, that's how you've been doing it.
Do we want to
it's
listen
just
and
that
see?
everything you
fun.
do that's different, you have to justify and explain, and you never, you know, it's just that reviewers, if they have something that they can say you did it in a non-standard way, somebody might pick up on that, even though it is true. Like you could say, well, we gave the first 30 seconds unless the first 30 seconds wasn't music. You know, you could do that. Also, you know, I don't know, we have been looking at a lot of these papers, and they just leave a lot of details out. But, you know, as soon as we leave something out, then people will be like, well, how did you do that? I do think you could justify starting at the music, but also we've already, someone's already done those, so I'm loath to ask them to do it again.
Well, just to take devil's advocate while we're sitting here talking about it, I mean, this is, if you look at my list here, this is all the familiar songs. So these two, Mr. Rogers and Star Trek, would be a lot of talking right at the beginning. So in some way, it's like a little bit more weighted towards music on the unfamiliar side.
Can
Mhm.
we listen to them real quick? Is it possible?
Yeah, I already did my sound things.
Space, the final frontier.
I feel like
Shatner gives me the
s-
feels whether he talks or not.
Yeah, I feel like for
Of a
Star
Voyager's
Trek, that
Starship
sting
Enterprise.
is the most
Its
important
5-year
part,
mission
Yeah.
and
to
it's in
explore
there.
strange new
Mr.
worlds,
Rogers' Neighborhood, though, that's the one
seek
where I
out new life
feel
and new civilizations.
we don't get to the part of the
Boldly
song
go where
because
no
I had
man
both
has
of them.
gone.
We don't get to the part of the song of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I was like, I don't even remember that. Like, you know, like I grew up watching that, like, but I didn't remember that intro part. And then right when it started getting to a part, I was like, oh, I'm picking up on what this is, or like I'm starting to remember it. It ended. So, but Star Trek, it was like as soon as that piano starts coming in, it's like my my nostalgia is like flying all over the place. So that would be my sort of advocacy. But in which case, it's like
See, I listen to this so much, it's like panning around the room at all the little stuff. I could like see
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Like the cocktail.
but
recipe.
yeah, but like then it's like the real melody comes in. But I mean, I don't really think it matters.
I mean, I
probably.
knew what it was. It just wasn't. Well,
It's
you
not when I think of the song or like I think of the title sequence, like I'm thinking of him singing, right? Whereas Star Trek, I do think of the final frontier, like that's the hook.
Well, at least Mr. Rogers does contain the melody.
It does.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I
you can
think
hear it.
ultimately we would be putting a judgment call on it to
Yeah.
treat it somewhere, even though I brought it up in the first place.
Yeah.
We do that here.
We do that here.
I think it's a good point. I think after listening to them, I think we do get enough of the music that then I would veer with Karen's point about don't make changes that you then have to justify. I think if it was like just monologuing or something, it would make sense to cut that out. But since we did hear music during the clips, we should keep
I
it as
think you can argue too that since it's a TV show, that would be the first thing that they would hear when the TV show came on. It's like
Mhm.
triggering you to get into mindset for the show.
Yeah.
I'm really tempted to play Manimal right now.
Oh, can you please? That would make
30
my
seconds
life.
just means hurry up.
It's so good.
Oh yeah, it kind of goes hard.
Right?
There's a kid.
Oh yeah.
Because once was not enough.
It's very Halloween-y.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is very hard.
What do they call those? Like Wilhelm screams, the sound bites that you could just like use over and over. They're like free use at this point or something.
Yeah, they had a
Another
sampling keyboard with the growl.
Yeah.
Now I need to know, does he turn into a manimal? I don't know.
I think he's like a He is some kind of like wolf man or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's just remember your hand.
he consults with the police and he turns into animals to help him solve crimes.
Oh.
Sounds amazing.
It's like Animorphs. Oh my gosh.
The
It's what it-
precursor to the
it's
Harry
always the
Potter
one in the middle.
animages.
Animorphs. Now
There's a
that
kitten
gives
noise
me
in there.
nostalgia.
Uh-huh.
I loved Animorphs. Yeah. Oh, I remember going to Barnes and Noble to buy the last book when it came out.
Oh, that's a meme. Oh gosh, I remember this.
The
I remember
aliens?
thinking
Yeah.
that these were so cool too.
There was an article about the person who did the covers and the software they used. I still have my full set of like 60 something books.
Yeah. We were just at a comic store, and Kelsey bought, there's a graphic novelized version of the first book.
It does make you
Anyways.
think, why can't I turn into
A gator?
I'd like to turn into a dog.
You had to like touch the animal to like absorb its DNA. It was a whole
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Dolphin, that's good.
This is a good one. They have a lot of these. I think I only had like 4.
Oh, there's
Oh
literally
yeah.
of
It
them.
was a whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last cover, it looks like the Rolling Stones album where they're all layered on top of each other. Instead of like the sequence.
Let's see. I don't know that one. Was it this one?
Yeah.
Oh, a little alien in the middle.
Yeah.
To the nostalgia of Animorphs for our next study.
I'm in.
Nice to have an expert, Andreas.
I knew it was going to come in handy one day. My parents didn't listen, but
Well, I think our study is basically good to go, except for this little bug that I'm dealing with. So, and you guys, just to check, you guys did not see this timing thing when you took yours, right?
no.
Okay, this should only come up when I hit the preview button. So, that's good.
And Mr. Rogers is spelled wrong right there, if that counts.
Yeah, I changed it after I loaded this page. I want to keep this up so I can see the error code. I'll
Cool.
search for that later.
I have to bounce everyone, but you did beautifully. It's gonna, I think, work
Mhm.
wonderfully. So I'll talk to you all later.
Thanks.
Bye,
Have a great trip.
Thanks, I will try.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bon voyage.
So while we're here too, I will delete all this data. Well, I think in the past, Karen, you said that you'd just like to just create a new one right before the study. Is that right?
Yeah, whatever you prefer. I think it does a good thing where it when you run it on Cloud Research, it will tell you if it's during the testing phase or the actual study.
Oh, and Angel, to get your question, as far as I understand, it should be Mr. Let's see if it corrects me. Yeah, see, it comes
Wow.
up as Mr.
Okay. I'm
You know,
Got to use the logo.
Harry talked about the Sora AI thing. There's been a ton of like Mr. Rogers things. Like one of the big memes I've seen going around is putting these like Mr. Rogers or like the Queen of England in a WWE ring.
Oh,
The future is now, and it's amazing.
Can we have Mr. Rogers and Manimal in a ring? He'd be
Mr.
like,
Rogers
now
as
Manimal,
Manimal.
you just express your feelings and you will not need to attack me. So,
What do you use, Stephen, to catch the latest memes? Or is it just from general surfing, or do you have a source?
I'm a YouTube junkie, so like that's why I've been
Ah.
seeing a bunch of the Sora stuff.
Okay.
Sometimes I go on Reddit, but not really as much anymore.
I
That's
love
good
that,
enough,
Mindy. That's great.
Here we go. I will delete all of these. Let's refresh. Should we review any of these or okay?
I didn't actually know we were supposed to be putting anything substantive. I was just
Okay.
being silly.
Oh, the tiger scares someone.
That was me.
Did you reflect that on your emotional scale?
I did. I said I was scared, or whatever the feeling was associated with that.
All right. Well, this is probably a browser issue for me, but I'll double check. And if it's not a major problem because the code is the exact same, then we'll just push through it. I mean, maybe it's hitting some kind of like data limit on the cache side for like a single page. I have no idea.
What is the problem, Stephen, that visually that shows up?
So this is where this is as far as I could get in my attempts. I couldn't click on song 3. This happened like 3 times. And it's showing down here, error catch operation not supported.
Hmm.
I don't know what that means. I can open this and I get Mr. Rogers. So I just got to figure that out.
You're the only one it happened to, right?
Yeah, and I even took, so this is song 2 code and this is song 3 code, and it looks the exact same. I mean,
Is it a Mac Windows thing?
I'm using Windows.
What's
I
everybody
don't
else
see any
using?
changes.
I'm on a
Mac?
Mac.
Yes, I don't know. It's probably fine.
I bring this up because I just handled 4 corporate tax returns and it made a difference if you're using online software.
Anything else?
Not for me. Thank you for all your great work.
Of course. Sounds good. I guess once I do get this figured out, I could just fire it off to everybody, and the next step would be putting in the cloud research. Did we decide if we wanted to try Cloud Connect instead of Prime Panels
Uh,
for like a possible data quality issue in Prime Panels?
Yeah, I don't think we had priced out yet what it would cost to run it through that instead.
For my dissertation, I'm looking at like 300, 350 participants, and it adds a good like $250 going from Prime to Connect.
I can play with it on there because I think we're going to take it down to 10 minutes. Perry, are we meeting tomorrow or no?
I was actually asked you if you could meet on Friday instead, but we could look at settings in there.
Sure, I can meet Friday.
So I think Stephen will have to look at the pricing.
Sure.
So you want us to do another beta, Stephen, before you launch?
It all worked for you guys, which is why I'm worried about changing anything. Maybe what I'll do is I'll restart my computer and I'll redo it. And if it seems like it's working, then I won't touch something if it's working.
Does your wife have a computer you could try it on?
I do, and I also have a laptop that I could try this on.
Seems ironic that you're the one who's doing all the coding and everything that wouldn't work for you.
Yeah.
That's probably like part of the reason why I've probably just done this so much. I'm bogging down my system somehow.
Are
Is anyone
100% of us on Mac otherwise today? Mandy says no.
I have not tried it on my phone, Aaron, but here, let me share one more thing. I'll have to knock here in a second when my son gets home. But we get this like expert review score up here. It's showing poor, which is a terrible blow to my ego. But it does say something about optimization for mobile. And apparently when you look into it, I even talked to Cloud Research. They say that some huge percentage of people do it on their phones. I guess
Mhm.
if you're someone that does surveys all the time, you just do it however is convenient. But it always wants to flag the matrix style questions. So our DBs are all in this like Likert matrix here. Apparently that just doesn't translate very well on the phone.
I
Especially
don't
with
love it
our
that people do it on their phones only because the audio element, like if they're just anywhere, like they're getting their tires rotated or something, they, would they really be playing it and hearing it? But
you can, I mean, I don't remember on Prime Panels, but you can limit it to just desktop or tablet or whatever on Connect. And so they'll only allow people to take these surveys if they're on a desktop.
I'm probably not the person to ask because I'm not interested in my phone. But if you're interested in your phone and you want to hear stuff, do you bring your headphones or?
Because the issue is you wouldn't be able to control for that.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you live life with it in your hand, you have your earbuds in most of the time, but
I mean, I hear people in Target and the supermarket on speaker all the time, just being
Mhm.
obnoxious. So I
there's
don't
those
even know if it's a
people.
factor.
The worst is if they're on a plane and they're like, oh my God,
Uh,
really?
Let's see what else it says we can improve.
What is that missing flag for end of element?
Screened out. I mean,
Is there not a like thank you screen?
there is. I don't know
Hmm.
why it says that. I mean, with this one, we have it customized for Cloud Research right now.
Mm-hmm.
If you're less than 30, we do have, we have a redirect to URL, so that might have to change, but I did do a default message. I created a message for this.
The default end isn't checked there.
Well, it was the URL for Cloud Research because we were, I forget what they called that. We were kicking them out early. But the one that I was using was this custom message that said your age didn't meet our inclusion criteria, because the default end of survey is like, thank you for your responses. It doesn't really give any information. So I'll leave that for now. We could set this up however Cloud Research needs us once we figure that all out. I thought this was strange because I thought it was pretty common to have like, do you want to tell us anything else? End of survey, but this isn't the end of survey block either, so I'm not sure what they're talking about there.
Is there anything anyone wants to do about that? Remove the last question or anything if they think it's problematic?
I like it being there. If someone was upset with something, they could easily put their thoughts down instead of holding on to them. I think that would be interesting to know. Or if someone really loved it.
So sorry, guys, but I got to jump. But great meeting today.
I should
Cool.
go to.
Party.
We did the thing.
See, I missed hearing about your show. Did you send a link, or has it aired already, or is it going
It's
to?
aired. It aired last week. You can find it on YouTube. I'm happy
Okay.
to email you a link or two.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that'd be awesome.
really well.
And your hair looks great.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Nancy
thank
was
you.
so amazing on that show. It was, I don't know how you kept it all together like that and kept, just nailing all the answers. It was incredible.
I appreciate that.
welcome.
I was definitely nervous. But yeah, I'll send you some links. I'll definitely get it to you, Angel.
Awesome.
It would
I'm
be
proud
like
of you.
freaky enough just to like seeing Drew Barrymore in person and holding hands with her and stuff, but then asking like deep personal questions and getting your message out there.
Yeah, it was definitely a trip. There was a few times like I was on the stage. I'm like, holy shit, I'm like really with Drew Barrymore right now. I'm like, you're crazy. And I didn't meet her before I went out there. So it was literally just like, oh, hey, girl. Like, yeah, it was a lot, but it was a good time.
Nice.
Cool. All right, y'all.
Super
I just
cool.
love you. I'll see you guys next week.
Love ya. See you guys. I'm
Bye,
gonna
Joe.
head out too. If there's nothing
everyone.
more.
So,
Bye.
see you guys.
Bye.